Welcome back to Grateful for Clarity Now. My name is Patricia Forbes, and this is the week 6 of Grateful for Clarity Now, our anxiety, depression, and seasonal affective disorder program. So by now, if you have been implementing the changes, the things that we've talked about in our previous videos, then by now, hopefully you are feeling a little bit better. You're on a different path in terms of, especially with seasonal affective disorder. So if you're on a different path, you're going to find that as long as you stay focused and continue to do the things that we've talked about, then hopefully you will get through the winter months feeling a little bit better than you started out feeling, or that you perhaps in previous years have felt. So, congratulations. And I want to say, you know, if you've made this commitment to your mental health, good on you. It looks good on you. It is something that we really need to be very mindful of, because our physical health, when we physically are unhealthy, we go to the doctor, and usually it's some kind of an infection or a bacteria that has invaded our body. But with mental health, it's more of a challenge in terms of diagnosing, and even getting in to see someone can be very challenging. So if you've taken and you've made the commitment and you've taken the steps necessary to point yourself in a different direction, then congratulations, and you deserve it. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health, and your emotional health is worth the investment. So please continue, even though this is only a 6-week program, the changes that you've put in place over the past 6 weeks, please continue to do them. If you need some reminders, then by all means go back and look at the earlier videos. So last week we implemented your vision board, and I hope that you have your vision board together. Again, it does not have to be a masterpiece. So please don't get hung up on my people don't look like people, or my houses don't look quite symmetrical. We're not concerned about that. It's what they represent up here. It's what you're visualizing and thinking about and dreaming about up here. When you represent it by whatever symbol or whatever creation comes out onto the board, it doesn't matter, because the vision is up in here. Okay, so if you're still struggling, I did put some videos, links on my Facebook page for the vision board talk that we talked about from the TED Talks that's on YouTube, and as well I put an Abraham Hicks connection on there as well, link on there. And Abraham Hicks talks about law of attraction, which we also spoke about, and trying to get your emotional levels high enough, so they vibrate high enough so that you attract the things that you want in your life, as opposed to the things that you really don't want in your life. And we've talked about this with negative energy and negative thoughts and thought patterns and things like that. So programming yourself so that your thought patterns are more positive. They are the things that you want to attract, as opposed to the things that you don't want to attract. So really important to keep doing that, and continuing to kind of retrain your mind and catching yourself, really catching where your thoughts are going, because if they're going down a rickety road, your emotions are bound to follow. So getting up in the morning and feeling happy. You have nothing to be sad about today. You wake up in the morning, feel happy, feel grateful that it is a new day. It's a new opportunity. It is the first day of the rest of your life. Every morning is an opportunity to make it the first day of the rest of your life. So if you want to make those changes, then first thing in the morning, implementing those changes. And even if you get stuck and you fall a couple of times and you find your mood is shifting, Catch yourself. Catch yourself, bring yourself back. Remind yourself of how good you felt that morning and waking up and feeling grateful just for the day. So I hope that you will continue with the program. So the visualization, we talked about this before. This week, all we're going to do is add your vision board, whatever you have put on your vision board. I want you to utilize it in your meditation. So I want you to visualize what it is that you have put on that board, and I want you to connect the feeling with it. So if for my vision board, I always, my happy place is the beach. As I say, that's usually what I paint. I paint outdoor vistas. Usually they involve water of some sort, a body of water, because that is where I feel the most peaceful. That is my happy place. So I can't go to my happy place all the time, so I create my happy place, and then I visualize it when I meditate. I meditate at the beach. That's my favorite place to meditate. So when I'm meditating, I'm visualizing, I'm listening to those waves. I'm smelling the salt water. I can smell it in the air. I hear the birds. It is the most calming and peaceful place for me. So the things that you have put on your vision board as your happy place, those are the things that I want you to visualize while you are going into your meditation. Clearing your crown chakra beforehand, or if you are doing your Reiki treatments for yourself while you do your meditation, you can continue to do that. And keep your mind occupied by visualization. So visualizing where your happy place is that you have put on your vision board, and continue to do that. Continue to keep your vision board in mind. I recommended that you take a picture of it and have it on your phone so that it's a constant thing when your phone is in rest mode or it's gone to its screensaver. That's the picture that you want to have so that you are, again, every time you see it, you're reminded of it. And I want you to do that throughout the day as well. Think about your vision board. Think about what's on your vision board. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. So it really doesn't matter what you put on your vision board. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know the steps to get there. You just need to make it real and bring it into your own reality. Okay? So extremely important. Your gratitude journal, I hope that you're continuing with your gratitude journal. And again, you can add more things. If you have a day that is a spectacular day and you have more than 5 things that you are grateful for, keep going. Write as many down as you can think of. Write as many things that you are grateful for down. So you're not limited by 5, okay? I've given you 5 because I want you to think about a number at least 5. So continue with your gratitude journal. Again, continue with your creative process. So your creative things that you are activating within yourself, whether it's, as I do, painting. You can also do photography. You could do, as I said, you could do some poetry, doodling, even if it's something that it's not something that's familiar to you. So maybe you want to shake it up a little bit over this season and you want to take a pottery class, or you want to go and do something at your community center, a Zumba class. Dancing is very creative as well. So if you are somebody who likes to sing, even if you don't want to sing in public, it doesn't matter. You can sing for yourself. Dancing is very creative. So if you take a Zumba class or you join a belly dancing class at your community center, just something that is going to keep you activating those creative juices. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's something that you stick with. It can be something that you do just to activate the creative juice, okay? So keep that in mind. And again, don't get hung up on how good you are at something. And you know, you may be the next Rembrandt or Picasso. You don't know. So if you've never tried something before, you may be a natural at it. So go ahead and give it a try. Be brave. Be brave. Just go and get those juices going. That's the main thing. Okay? Again, you need to get outside. Universal energy is so less restricted when we are out in nature and enjoying the colors of the fall. I know that it's a little bit damp or a little bit cold. Bundle up and get out there. As soon as you get moving, you're going to get warmer, okay? And if you can do it midday, then by all means, get out there midday when it's a little bit warmer. The temperatures are not as cold. Doesn't matter. Just get outside, okay? So 20 minutes at least outside. 30 minutes is optimal. So if you can get outside for 30 minutes, it's going to do you a world of good. One thing that we've not talked about is nutrition. So, and hydration. Water, extremely important for us. And we think about water more in the summer months when it's hotter outside, or if we're doing something that's raising our body temperature, we think about the fact that, you know, if we're sweating, we need to add water. But, you know, water is extremely important all the time. So hydration is one of the things that will help to flush out hormonal issues that might be going on, chemistries that are changing in your body that are triggering other toxic chemistry in your system. Flushing it out with good clean water is extremely important and can be very, very beneficial for you. So I encourage you to drink lots of water. The other thing is nutrition. So if you are someone who doesn't eat well, consider talking to a nutritionist. Sometimes the EAP programs at work offer you access to a nutritionist. So check with your HR person and check with your program to see if you are eligible for consultation with a nutritionist, because nutrition can make a huge difference. B vitamins are depleted in the body very quickly when we are under any kind of stress. Vitamin D is the vitamin that we most miss during the winter months. The other one is magnesium. So for those of you that are dealing with anxiety symptoms, magnesium, they have discovered a very close link to magnesium deficiencies with anxiety symptoms. So talk to someone. Again, if you have access to a nutritionist, that's great. If you don't, then go into a store, a Healthy Planets, Goodness Me. There's multitudes of places that you can go and get good nutritional advice with supplementation, because that's something that can also help you, even if you only have to use it over the winter months. If you're somebody who deals with anxiety, then obviously the winter months are not making it any better. But the magnesium itself may be a daily thing that you need to take. So I strongly encourage you to go and, yes, Shadow. I strongly encourage you to go and talk to someone and talk to someone about supplements, because sometimes we just don't get the vitamins that we need, especially when our body is under duress. It's in duress. So if there's anything that's out of whack, talk to somebody about nutrition and supplementation. I know that there are many people that will tell you that supplements are just very expensive urine, but the fact of the matter is that I have had blood work done, and my doctor actually tests. So I get an understanding of how many vitamins, what vitamins are in my bloodstream. So I don't buy the expensive urine. So you may also be able to go and see a naturopath through your extended health care. If that's the case, a naturopath can certainly put you on to the supplements that you may be lacking. Okay, sometimes when our bodies are out of whack for a long period of time, it has that effect. It impacts that mood, which impacts the, how we're thinking and how we're programming. So just to rule out any other issues that might be going on that could be corrected through nutritional supplementation. It's worth a try. And you know what? The end goal is to feel better. So I thank you so much for joining us again. My name again, Patricia Forbes, and our YouTube channel is Grateful for Clarity Now, and our Facebook page is also Grateful for Clarity Now. If you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and absolutely share us with everyone you know. You never know who's suffering in silence with mental illness. A lot of times people don't want to talk about it, and unfortunately they suffer unnecessarily when there are things that are out there that can help them. So thank you again for joining us. I hope you'll come back next week. Next week we will be doing some different programming and talking about some different things. This is the final week of our anxiety, depression, and seasonal affective disorder program. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.